Okay.
Good afternoon, our dear fans from around the world. It's Niger Politics again. And with me on the show is Kunle Williams, Saeed, Mustafa, and Warid. You guys are welcome. And we're going to be looking at the fuel crisis in Nigeria, as well as the labor, the TUC, trade unions, and the standoff with the government vis-a-vis the fuel crisis. Mustafa, you can jump in now.
Afab, you didn't say everybody's surname. So since you said Kunle Williams' surname, we're going to start off with him. I'm joking. Okay, so Kunle, start off what you were saying before about where is our IMF money, the loans that's supposed to build infrastructure so that we don't have to worry about things like prices of fuel. Where is it? I think you were telling us before.
I think that money has gone back to Dubai. It's probably back in accounts, personal accounts in Dubai and Switzerland, and maybe a couple of clever banks in Europe, private accounts. That's where most of it has gone. And I don't want to start with the unions. We've got this Orwellian type of play going on with unions. When they're not in power, they talk like us, but like Adam Shomen,
we are the people.
And they say all the right things.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as they get in there, they become something
from the
else.
outside of their mouth.
Yes. So that's
Animal Farm. Yeah.
It's basically Animal Farm. There's nothing more to say about that. In terms of what's going on with the government, Nigeria failed the stupidity test at the election. Now, I know that we'll say that, yes, there was heavy rigging, Tinubu forced himself. Let me tell you something. A lot of people voted for Tinubu, and we all know a lot of people that voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
So Nigeria have failed the stupidity test. And the way I see it is that and it's the masses that did it. And before I suffer, the masses will suffer first. So however stupid they are, I believe I'll survive.
Kunle, you've seen the movie. Kunle, you've seen the movie Titanic. You're at the top, but you're gonna come down too eventually.
I will suffer with them, but whatever suffering I will do with them will not be as bad.
Yeah.
Their own idea.
Kunle like me. Like me. I won't suffer because I'm in America, but I'm not even living in my own country. Can you imagine?
Yes.
I'm not living in my country. And let me tell you, living here is depressing. I'm not going to lie to you. It's better for me to live in Nigeria for my mind. I'm very serious. But our country is falling apart, so we have to leave. That's the brain drains. Continue, Kunle. Sorry.
I would like to think that this is the last stupid president that we have.
I hope so.
I would like to think that
he doesn't know your address. Kunle, you live in Abuja. Okay.
He knows my address. Tinubu was master of ceremonies at my first wedding. He gave me 50,000 naira.
Wow. So
everyone thought he gave me $10,000.
No, Kunle is telling the truth. Because we know Kunle.
I'm telling the truth. His picture is hung up in my office.
So he can't do anything to you because everybody will know it's too obvious.
Yeah. Tinubu is not a liar. Tinubu is not a liar. He said he was going to do the power of Nigerians. He said that, and we said, let's vote for that. So I don't know why everybody is so upset.
Here's what he's saying, but here, that's a lie. He's not lying. He's not trying to be dishonest. Maybe he believes that it will build up the country. What do you think?
I'm going to reduce the purchasing power of the Nigerian people. He said it in quotes, and he said it orally. So he has doing what he's supposed to.
But what was his rationale? What was his rationale for doing that?
Look, I don't care about it. He's a criminal. We had a choice between the CEO of a generator company or him to solve our power, or a criminal. Now we want to solve our IT problems. We want a criminal who was almost convicted to solve our security problems. I mean, come on, what's going to happen? And these parties, they are proper leaders. They're at least I can think of Fashola and Donald Duke. These are the kind of leaders. I mean, they're not perfect. And then there's Obi. Those are the three people that I think have the kind of mentality of leadership that we need. Those minds we need. Because even if they're going to be have flaws, they won't have flaws to this level.
The people are behind, like you said, a lot of Yoruba people, a lot of people voted for Tinubu. The problem is that political parties in Nigeria, the main party, they have so much money coming from the US and from corrupt entities, so that's why they can win. So even though if you have a few people like Duke and OB. They're okay,
National OB.
but if you don't have money, they don't have enough money to compete. Same thing in the U.S. In the U.S., you have the left party, like the Green Party, which wants to focus on peace, agriculture, and things. But because the money game is crazy, the banks, so all this money for populist voting. So everybody be like, oh yeah, vote for Tinubu. So it's a problem because those are only three. We need to have our citizens to think the way they do, and that's the problem with education. Thank you. We're gonna go back to you, Pule. Thank you. So we're gonna come back to you. What are your thoughts, Warif? Yeah.
The whole thing is just somehow because the way they are running the show now is like NNPC, they are the ones dictating for federal government. But it's supposed to be the other way around because the president is the #1 citizen of the country. But right now, NNPC is like they are the one dictating for the federal government. And also labor is like they are corrupt, not like before. Like what Kunle Williams said, that you see people talking, once they get into power, they start talking from the other side of their mouth.
Yeah.
Even the masses were also at fault. By this time, well, I don't know, it is not as if I'm supporting violence or protests or whatever.
No, but there needs to be strikes, and not from the labor union, from every citizen. The citizens need to say, you only know what they say in Nigeria, you don't do. Finish. We're not dealing with this anymore, man.
Because it's as if they can just wake up any day, right? The other day I was thinking, what's the target for this hiking per liter of fuel? They don't have it. It's just like, let it just be going. Let it just be going up. We don't have any target. Before you know it, you get to 1.5. Before you know it, a liter might be 2,000. No target, nothing. And what is the cost of this thing? They don't even know. When you raise up issue, they'll tell you that in other countries they sell like that. But even if they sell like that, look at the economy of other countries compared to the economy of Nigeria. It's just the difference is just clear. So they should not.
You know what? I made a mistake. Sorry, I made a mistake. So fuel per liter now in Nigeria is about 1,000 naira, right?
Yeah,
800. I
didn't realize in the U.S. In the U.S. it's 1,004, so it's very close. But Americans make $30 an hour, so the price is almost the same as the U.S. That doesn't make sense. But the U.S. has a bigger economy. Yeah, the U.S. economy is bigger, and also Nigeria produces oil, so we need to start refining. That's part of the problem. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Per liter now in River State is 1,215 naira.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? We have the crude oil, we have the manpower. The refineries, they are not even working. It's just like, I don't know, when they approve money for the maintenance of the refineries, like they share it among themselves. Nothing is coming out from it. As if Nigerians don't have say. They just run the whole show among themselves. That's why what's it called? Some political leaders that are in opposition party, they want to jump to the other party so that they can also be having part of the national cake. They cannot just be sitting by the side right party.
Yeah.
So jump seat to
like what happened in River State, where one party joins another party. But that's for different reasons.
You are still in PDP, but you are playing the game with APC, causing commotion everywhere. You don't care about the.
But you know what? All of them, I always say, all of them are one. They're all sharing the money together.
Of course,
it's competition within competition. So yeah, we compete against each other, but we're still part of the same corporate.
Okay, for example, I don't know how true it is. I saw it on social media that Lagos State governor said for the next 3 months, civil servants should be working from home. How? So if they are working from home, don't they go to the market? Don't they go out to get other things? We don't need
also internet
to work.
They still have to have electricity and internet.
No, actually,
we don't need to stay at home and work.
Yeah. What are you saying? Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what they actually said was they were going to be flexible. Level 1 to level 12 officers can come to work 3 times a week and stay off twice. Then level 13 to 15, 4 times a week and stay off once. I think that's what they said. But for the educational
we don't need those things.
How do teachers get that flexible?
And how would children go to school? How would children go to school?
Productivity will drop. I read that news too. Our productivity will drop. And we still want to make more money for the
But let me tell you guys something though. Things are still changing because Tinubu is in China now, even though they seized his plane. He's in China now.
He's the tourist minister, always traveling.
Yeah, but he's going there. But I mean, what I'm saying is that Nigeria's economy is working with China. We have to join BRICS. We have to break off from the U.S. and Britain for now. That's what I believe. What do you think, Saeed? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first of all, nobody else anymore. all their words now.
Also, very quick. They're also saying that prices are up because people are stealing fuel. Bandits lie. Continue.
No, it's not a lie. They're bandits, but the bandits are in power.
You're right.
Is Duke or all these one of these top politicians that said that a layman like us or you brothers that wants to go to the creek and start stealing crude oil, do we have that kind of resources and money? It is them that are stealing this crude.
And even though they're bandits, even if they're bandits, it's still a small amount. The main problem is corruption. It's corruption.
We already spoke about this crude oil theft in one of our shows or something. Poor man cannot steal this crude oil. It is still them. Do you know how
even the bandits belong to them. The bandits belong. Same thing with this. Same thing with kidnapping. Kidnapping. The people who do kidnapping, they work for businessmen. Yeah. Okay, so
do you know how much investment is now?
Okay, ISIS operatives in Libya was discovered to be a Mossad agent. We've got Boko Haram running the field in northern Nigeria, carrying M16. And they didn't steal the M16. How do you know? Because they're carrying bags of ammunition as well. Lots of weapons. Western weapons are being put into the hands of these people.
No, so clearly
Africom to say that we should come in and protect you.
Africom gave over 30 billion of money to Nigeria to fight terrorism, but it was actually laundering it to terrorists. This is a fact.
Yeah. But they won't let us, they won't listen. But America, if we tell America, 10,000 people are getting shot every day, let me send Nigerian soldiers to America to help keep the peace. They won't agree.
No, they won't agree.
What are their soldiers doing outside their countries saying they're spreading peace?
I always say Nigeria should be like Brazil. Brazil has sent man to the moon. They made spaceships. We have the brain power, we have the resources, but our country is being controlled by Britain and American banks. What are your thoughts, Afolabi, before we go to the last topic? The last topic is going to be how is on the ground. People are angry now because this is the reality. But before we get to that, what do you have to say, Afolabi, about what we said so far?
Yeah, I just believe that very soon, if things is deeply concerning, I'm a little worried because there will be a tipping point at some time. Things cannot continue like this. In Lagos, it's between 897 and somewhere around 1,200, and it's not even available. Children are going to resume schools next week. How are they going to commute themselves?
On Monday.
People that go to work and all those things. So it's going to reach a tipping point, and I foresee another major crisis across the land because this is just not sustainable. And your government are living profligate posh lifestyles. Why don't they take a pay cut of some sort to show solidarity at least on some of these decisions? Mm-hmm. And these people that are calling cabal and cartel is the same people that have refineries in Malta and Venezuela and are selling refined petrol to Nigeria. They know that if petrol is being refined in Nigeria, then they're out of business. That's why they're frustrating every airport to do this. So I believe there's a tipping point anytime soon, and it's going to get very ugly very soon.
If things don't change. On the board for Malta, those Malta refineries. See, this is the record of Nigeria, the record of Nigerian government. First, we had the budget padding, 128 million naira for one street light, 450 million naira for one borehole. Then we have the fleet of presidential jets, while the country has no national airline. Then you have the president having stakes in Malta for his own personal profit at the expense of Nigerians. Then you have the purchase of bulletproof SUVs in large numbers and usually on inflated prices or salaries for the politicians. Then we have 90 billion for a Hajj, whilst refusing to pay 5 billion for education. Then you have
90 billion for what? 90 billion for what?
90 billion for Hajj.
Hajj.
Go to Hajj and then
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe they spend that much for Hajj. I can't believe it.
Yes, then they refuse to put down 5 billion in the education sector. I'm only halfway through. Then politicians and senators threatening to ruin the Nigerian football coach if he doesn't give them 10% of their salary, causing him to resign after 4 days. Then we have the president flying off to France for a holiday with the official jet, not on his own coin. Then you have the government refusing to sell allocated local crude to Dangote in order to alleviate the cost of living crisis. Then you have attempts to discredit the refinery to justify frustrating the efforts for Dangote refinery to refine crude and reduce the cost of living crisis. Then you have bribing poor and hungry people with 5,000 to to campaign and tell people not to protest and then not paying them.
Kool-Aid, we need to hire you.
Kool-Aid,
we need to hire you for Channels TV. Good one. Nice one.
This is a record of the government. And
this is terrible.
These stories are
The
not
public
something
record.
that I found out secretly.
No, but I like the way he delivered it though. It was like rapping. No, very good one.
Yeah, we know about all these things. They do these things. We know about them. This isn't anything that I'm saying that nobody.
No, I know, but I like the way you delivered it. I like the way you delivered it. Yeah, I like the way you delivered it.
I'm just telling you as it is, you know.
But that means it's our fault. It's the citizens' fault.
Expect anything from these kind of people?
It's the citizens' fault. And I'll even go. It's the citizens' fault. I'll even go so far as
the problem is
the election is now a life or death matter. The next election will actually affect your life or death. You choose the wrong person, you will die of starvation.
There seems to be crisis.
We have a crisis.
There's crisis and infighting in Labour Party. There's crisis and infighting in PDP.
Everywhere.
The ruling party seems to have planted
even amongst the civilians. The
problem in Labour Party is moles. They are moles.
There are moles in PDP and
exactly
are destabilizing those parties so that they cannot have enough opposition to discredit the ruling party. So it's just crazy.
They cannot unite together and fight.
They can't unite together.
Okay, but so you guys, what that tells me that
remove this government.
So
to get a vote of no confidence and to get them out. If you can't do that,
So Kool-Aid, this is what it tells me. It's just like in South Africa. They have different parties, but they're all friends. It's one big scam. It's one big scam.
Same in America.
The competition is artificial. It's artificial competition. That's what I mean. Like for example, if you go and Democrat. Same thing. Like I have a friend who works for military. He said that when you go to the bars in DC where the politicians are, you will see Donald Trump with Hillary Clinton and all of them laughing and drinking at the bar. I'm not lying.
They're all on the same side, being run by the same.
Then when they come on TV, it's WWE. I hate you. I'm going to beat you. I hate you. I'm going to beat you. I'm serious. That's what it is. It's fake.
It's fake. It's fake competition.
All of them are collecting money. But also they're competing with each other because they want more of the Egunje. So I beat you this time, so I get more. You get less. But they're both getting. All of politics in Nigeria, but not just in Nigeria, around the world is a scam. But it's more dangerous in Nigeria because Britain and America are controlling our resources. We can't allow that to happen. Even though America is corrupt, they won't allow foreign countries, except for China. They have no choice to control their resources. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Saeed? I said Wari. Saeed, then we'll go to Falabi. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Hey, you guys, this is a very good show. What are your thoughts, Saeed?
To me, what just came to my head now is that what is Tinubu doing in China? As in, what benefit is it to the masses right now with what we are going through?
He's taking
I really don't get
proverbials.
You can imagine the kind of poverty. Let me like you. We now that we are talking now, we are almost an elite. If we can't even say we are as in on the top notch elite, because bros.
No, we are. As far as Nigerians, all of us are elite. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think we are, because we can afford. At least we can say we have food.
We even have internet. We're doing show now. All of us are doing show.
You understand? Some people, if they don't go out, they can't eat. Do you know the amount? If I'm talking of Lagos, so I'm not even talking about.
You just have to go to like Jegule or somewhere like that. No, where people live in tin shack.
That's what I'm even saying. That we are talking about Lagos alone. The amount of poverty in Lagos right now is alarming. I'm even scared.
It's everywhere now.
When it sticks up, my wife usually calls me like, "Dude, where are you? Be coming up." Because at night anything can happen. The amount of beggars, as in grown-up youths. I'm not even talking about all these amajiris anymore. These are youth. Like I'm talking about 18 to 25 to 30 youth. Dude. Go to that Jack one day.
Gangs, rebel gang.
You can't see these boys at night. They will definitely rob you. You understand?
There's no money.
Horrible looking boys.
If your car overheats,
university.
If your car overheats or the engine dies, you're finished, man.
I don't even go out at night. I'm going out at night at a very small distance.
That's crazy.
If I'm not driving, I'm not going out with a friend that drives. I'm not going out. It's not like before that you can go to Obalende Road and stay there and come back drunk, walk down home. What will happen to you? Now there is no. you know, like there is not even no Madugo anymore. You see some
Hey,
other
look,
boys that
before at 4 in the morning, you can buy suya and kepi.
So you can still do that. You can still buy suya and kepi.
Those malams,
depends on where.
those malams, they no go agree for arm robber.
I did it too. They didn't kill me. They have sharp eyes.
But on a candid note, let me know that we have to do something really, something has to happen.
The whole country, we have to come together.
We have to come together.
Well, how are we going to achieve that?
That's all.
They can't impeach him now. They are all together.
But Kool-Aid, the problem
together.
is that if we impeach him, they're going to replace him. There needs to be a revolution in Nigeria. What I mean by a revolution? Let's go back.
Right now, okay. I can make this quickly. The Labour Party senators, the PDP senators. Now, somebody gave an analysis. Is it not yesterday or something when we were talking? He said the amount of opposition in House of Reps, if we put them together, they are enough to start an impeachment notice. Are you getting my point? So why are they not doing that right now?
Also, they also have
at this point.
They also have dirt.
I'm even looking at my.
They are also guilty, so they don't want their own dirt to come out.
They're complicit. My father once told me when he was constituent assembly member that if you are part of a team and you actually say, I don't want to collect this money, it's corrupt, they will turn on you and say you are the corrupt one. And in some circumstances, even if you don't want the money, don't take the money.
So Kool-Aid, let me tell you a story. There's a movie called 000. It was these Mexican drug dealers. One of their people was a Christian. So when they now robbed the people, they now gave him his money. He refused the money. They killed him, and on the news they said he was the dirty policeman. You understand what I'm saying?
That's basically what happens in Nigeria.
No, if they give you the money, you have to take it. Even if you don't want to take it,
an alleged
you have to take
drug
it.
dealer is the president of the biggest black country in the world. I will say alleged because I don't want to get done for defamation.
Yeah,
but he's alleged to be a drug dealer because he had drug money in his account and he was able to do a deal and say, maybe return the money and say, I didn't know where it came from. So that's how he was able to say.
That part you just said now is not even alleged. It is a fact. There's a document.
And also they told him that from now on you work with us. They knew they were planning to use him in the future to become president, to do what he's doing now. That's what I believe.
That is where your country now, Mr. Mustafa, USA is even guilty. Right now, I'm so sure him going to China now, there is some calculations that is going on now that US won't be happy that he went to China. Because we all know that it's because USA kept mute during the election period. That's why it can actually go through with it. But imagine during that election that the United States bring out the documents and everything, and from the FBI that OB people are requesting for. Do you know that would be damaging enough for Supreme Court to even write it up? But they have to delay it, and the United States government, they are acting, they don't know what is going on. So they are complicit in this thing. So United States of America, I know they too. They have what they are doing in their own closet. But anyway,
we know that the US is involved.
It was only the rest of the government that stopped Tinubu because Tinubu is actually a stooge of America. For him,
he's an American stooge.
Go and put troops in Niger, and it was only the House of Reps and Senators that turned against him. Otherwise, you do anything they want because he knows that America has got his number. He's an American puppet. He's the Western puppet. And what we don't know is a lot of these leaders that we have, they're Western puppets.
Throughout Africa, like Kagame in Rwanda.
We are ruled by puppets.
Kagame.
Ruto as well. Ruto in Kenya.
They don't care what we do with the IMF money, so long as they've got leverage against us to make us grow cash crops instead of grain. That's what IMF does. They'll say, we'll lend you this money, but you have to buy our grain.
And buy our seeds, buy our seeds.
That's what they do. And then based on that, they'll give us some money. Government collects the money, spreads it around, and it disappears. It's not used for anything constructive.
Yeah.
And we've got more debt. And they say that we've got 6 billion debt in the fuel sector, the energy sector.
Yeah,
NNPC say we've got debt of
$6 billion. $6 billion.
Can you imagine?
Where did that come from? How come that happened so fast? And then, these people, the same day one they entered, and we've been in chaos ever since.
And
Day
nobody's
one.
accountable. Nobody's been investigated. Nobody's.
You guys, can I say one
accountable?
thing? Guys, can we pause for 1 second? A week before the Nigerian elections, the U.S. State Department came out and said, people come out and vote for Tinubu. Come out. It's very important. They already knew what they had planned.
That is what is even trending as of yesterday. The video is that Obama vividly said that they should vote for change. That is interference.
It's interference. It's interference.
That is direct interference in our election. And it's something that the United States government can never accept. They always
say that Trump. They say Trump did interference with Russia.
But they are doing it.
Yeah.
Yes. Now,
if a good leader came to Nigeria, America would probably say, the IMF and World Bank would say, let's call in our loans. Let's just call in our loans and mess up that good leader and make him look bad. They'll do everything to sabotage him, and they'll be well within their powers to do so.
Well, we need to do like Rawling. We say we're not paying the loans now.
Sometimes, I mean, I know it's a very bad thing to say, but sometimes the anger makes you say these people we should do like Rawlings and execute all these bad people. But then when you think about it,
I just look at the size of
insane.
I look at the size of Ghana compared to Nigeria.
Ghana is smaller. Ghana is a smaller country.
Yeah, it's a smaller country. So it's
they'll be
easy to
thinking
do
this.
that.
And if they keep doing like this, the masses will come out and they will tear them apart like one.
And also, people people are complaining in the north. People who drive downfalls and stuff in the north, they're complaining about the price.
Saying we want
because they're not making money. They're losing money because the fuel prices are too high. Okay, so this has been a very good show. So excellent. But we want to say to all of our followers, this is global politics. We're coming out of Nigeria. This is the Nigerian agenda. We want to ask you to like and subscribe, but we also want to ask people to start working together to come up with solutions for our country. So we're going to end with Afolabi. What do you have to say, Afolabi? Maybe a word or two from Kunle and everybody before we leave. But we'll start with let's start with Kunle. Then we'll go to Saeed and Warif. What do you have? Any last words, Kunle?
Yeah, no violence, no threatening, or that's all a waste of time. But the only thing we can do to change things is to try to get an impeachment vote, to try to get a vote of no confidence, and to try to call these people to account, and to remove and to make Tinubu accountable for the actions that he has taken that are in conflict with his interests, sort of like being on the board of the refineries in Malta and Venezuela and the like. So that's my solution. Impeach, vote of no confidence, use the democratic process and remove him
and hold future leaders accountable.
Yes, and we put pressure on the senators and the reps and all of those people to follow us to do those things. I don't know how that could work. I think it's still naive for me to still.
Yeah, but we're going to talk about it on future shows.
That's the only thing. I would never suggest violent revolution or protest or killing. I would never.
We're going to work on that. We're going to come up with a solution on future shows. I believe that we need to have Nigeria needs the People's Union aside from the labor union. We need a people's union.
This trust lasted less than 40 days, so there's nothing making it impossible to force the ousting of a president.
Nigeria needs a people's union.
If the will is there,
we need a people's union.
The will just needs to be there. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. The will come once people see that we have no choice. When Gary costs 50,000 for a bag, then people will know. All right. Let's go to Saeed. Let's start Saeed, and then we'll go to Warif.
My Nigerian people, my Nigerian youth, the male, our fathers, our mothers, it's high time we come together. Wherever you voted for this last election, anywhere you are in the world that you're watching, if you're in Nigeria, if you're in abroad, let's come together and try as much as possible to make sure this government leaves this at the moment. They don't know what they are doing.
No,
they have over 1 year now. No, seriously, they doing. If you say they know what they are doing, they are at least we should have seen the impact in our lives right now. the impact we are seeing now is negative, and it
means that they're psychopaths. They're psychopaths.
They don't care. They know what they're doing. They don't care.
They don't have any positive impact they want to do in our lives. So let's not, my people, let's not leave this struggle to the NLC or NANA or NAN, that because I read now that NAN still they are saying they want to protest. We all know that these people, they will shout and call them to the rock and collect their brand envelope, and it's all good. So it means that they are just taking us for a ride. Let's take our destiny into our hands. Let's take our destiny into our hands. These people, they are just going to waste our lives years without doing nothing. They are enjoying. Imagine what Akpabio said, that you guys can protest, but leave us, let us be chopping money. A Senate president saying that is to confirm that they don't have any positive plan for us. So it is better we take our protest to our, and please, let's not just protest in our state alone. Let's mobilize and protest to Abuja, Aso Rock. That is where the change can be. If we are protesting in our state, nothing will happen. We've done that before. Let's try another pattern. Let's take it to them. I'm not saying we should do that violently, but I'm saying
strike.
Yes, but they are calling peaceful protest terrorism. People are being charged for terrorist activity or peacefully protesting.
It's just corruption.
And then this national anthem, this Nigerian anthem, I know it's irrelevant, but I think the next government needs to reverse this nonsense, because I'm not feeling this anthem.
Even what I'm saying now, just some of what I just said. So some people said it not DSS visiting them. I know. Whether DSS will come and visit me too, we don't know.
Don't worry.
Anyway, it has to be.
And you guys don't know. I'm a mole. I live in DC. I'm a mole. Say, you guys don't know that I'm working for the American government. I have you guys on camera, okay? All right, Warif next. Okay. Warif next. Yeah.
The Tinubu-led government just make the citizens believe in them again, and also make the government work. Right now, the government is not working. They should make the government work. Let the citizens believe in them. That's just it. Listen to the citizens.
All right, thank you very much. And last thoughts, Afolabi, before taking us out. Also, guys, brilliant show, 100 out of 100, 120 out of 100. Continue, Afolabi. Thank you, guys.
So basically, I just want to double down on the issue of accountability. Like Kule said, NNPC is owing $6 billion in forwards. They have entered into contracts to supply crude, and they haven't, and they've collected money. And I've not heard that anybody has been fired in NNPC. We need to be held accountable.
Arrested.
Whatever it is we have done.
Yeah.
Moving forward, accountability. That's just it. Otherwise, people will do.
Also, it's September, so that means they're supposed to be
with murder.
Refinery now.
And get away with it.
Yeah.
So I think
it's September. That means they're supposed to be refinery now. Are they refinery now? Are they not refining oil now?
Port Harcourt refinery.
Yeah. Okay.
For what, if I can pitch into what Mr. Falabi said, from what he just said, is as if he's talking to a reasonable government. Accountability.
Yes.
I can't from who?
There's no point negotiating. Don't negotiate with wild animals.
That is why I said
don't even bother. You just have to take them out.
You have got to that point. We have to take them out. It was still pleading. You are pleading to who? Pleading to Jagaba.
Deaf ears.
Deaf ears. Okay, so thank you. So thank you very much. Guys, this is beautiful. We're gonna have to continue this again, maybe midweek. Continue talking about this subject. So take us out, Afolabi. Yeah.
Okay, it's been a wonderful show. We still love Nigeria. We want things to get better. We want peace in Nigeria. We don't want violence. And from me, Kunle, Said, Warif, and Mustafa, it's bye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Beautiful show.
All right.
Love Nigeria.